All right, bringing the hands to rest on the knees. Choosing whether you want to turn the palms up or whether you want to keep the palms facing down. Inviting a real sense of length through the spine, stacking the vertebrae on top of each other, lifting up through the crown of the head. Closing down the eyes if you feel comfortable to do so, or trying to lower the gaze at best. Taking a moment, beginning to become aware of your inhale. And your slow exhale back out. Taking one more full breath in. And as you exhale, gently dropping the chin down to meet the chest. Very gently, very slowly begin to roll the right ear over towards the right shoulder. And as you exhale, bring yourself back to center, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin comes down to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Pulling the left shoulder down away from you a little bit this time. Exhale, chin down to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Re-exaggerate, pull the right shoulder down. Exhale, chin to chest. So we're going to move in a full circle. If it's comfortable for your neck to do so, please use 2 full breath counts to do this. There's no rush. Once you've gone in one direction, slowly make your way back the other way using 2 slow breath counts. Slowly inhale, lift the chin up. And as you exhale, bring the chin all the way up, dropping the head back behind you. Take a full breath cycle here. Perhaps notice the chin, see if you can soften the teeth apart. And with your next inhale, very gently pull your head back to a neutral position. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders back and just allow the knuckles of the hands to rest on the ground as you think about opening up through the front of the chest. And gently start to move that grasp over, bringing both hands into your left hip. Or your right, we're going to go both ways. Grip the top and bottom teeth together. Pull your chin back so you're creating a really attractive double chin. And I'd like you to drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Inhale, bring the head up. Bring the hands behind you this time, retracting the shoulders and trying to lift the arms up and away from the body. Taking one more full breath. Move the hands over to the other hip. It's early, left and right, so really, okay. Pull the chin back. Drop the ear down and move the shoulder down away from the ear. Bring the hands behind. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the arms a little bit higher and a little bit further down this time. Good. As you next inhale, reach the arms, come all the way up. Lift up tall, really wriggle through the side body. Good. And very slowly, we're going to lower your right hand down by the side of the body. Press through the hand, press into the side, and then lean over with the left. Inhale, reach the arms up. Really lift up tall. And swapping sides. Pressing into that grounded hand, spread the ribcage wide. Good. Inhale, reaching the arms back up. Interlace the fingers, turn the hands away, reach up high. Really open up through the chest. Good, and then as you exhale, turn the hands, palm forward to shoulder height, round into the shoulders and draw the abdominals back to the spine, drop the chin down to chest. Turn the hands away, inhale, open up. Good, exhale, turn the hands down, pull forward. Turn the hands away, inhale to open. Exhaling, really pull further forward, pull as far forward as you can. Drop the chin to chest, round the spine back. Release the arms down by your side. Inhale, reach them up. Close down the eyes. Exhale, pull them down towards each other, finding the heart center. 2 more times. Inhale, reach the arms out, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Great, 2 deep breath cycles here. And then very gently blinking the eyes open once you set your breath for the practice and finding your way into a tabletop position on your mat. So we're going to move through into an extended cat-cow. So I'd like you to walk the hands slightly further forward than you would usually. Making sure to keep the elbows micro-bent throughout. Good. As you inhale, send the hips high, lift the gaze up, and really think about pulling the hands back towards you. As you exhale, slowly press the mat away, round the shoulders, round the spine. Inhaling, drop the belly down. Imagine pulling the hands towards you. Exhale, push down, round all the way up and back. Inhale. You're going to stay here this time, lifting the gaze, thinking about pulling the hands back. Then I'd like you to just tuck one toe underneath. Really press the heel back on that toe. Release. Tuck the other toe underneath. Imagine pressing the heel back. Really stretch out the underneath of that toe. Release. Good. Round the spine all the way up. Tuck both toes. Keep the spine rounded. Start to lift up the knees. And then shift forward to find a regular plank. Good. Just pedal the knees here, dropping one to the ground, then the other. Good. Dropping the knees down. Lowering the body all the way through. Elbows come down. Good. Cactusing the arms out by your side. Turning your head to face the right side. And bending the right knee, bringing it up towards the right elbow. You might choose to bring the right hand closer towards the face. And imagine pressing a little bit harder. Maybe move the left hip underneath a little bit more so you're rolling the right shoulder open. Taking one more breath cycle here. As you exhale, slowly come to bring the arms back into cactus if you've lifted the right one. Good. And then we're going to extend the right leg straight into that space. Bring the hands underneath you. Slide the right leg away, come up into the Sphinx. Mark, if this is too much on your hip, by all means, yeah, just straighten the leg and find a normal Sphinx. Thinking about dropping the right hip down towards the ground, so squaring the hips off, perhaps walk the elbows a little bit higher into the shoulders. That's a face, Doug. Good morning to you too. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, let the body come down and draw the right leg back. Bring the legs together and just apply a little bit of movement left to right with the hips. Then swapping sides, cactusing the arms again. Bending the left knee up towards the left elbow. Perhaps bringing the left hand towards the face and rolling open slightly. Taking one more full breath cycle. Extending the leg if you did so on the other side. Bringing the face forward, and when you're ready, bringing the arms underneath you. Finding your way into Sphinx arms again. Nice, Caroline. Taking one more breath cycle, really pressing that left hip down. And slowly bring the body all the way down. Slide the left leg alongside the right. Good. Bring the arms out onto the diagonal. Ground the hands, roll the shoulders back and just lift the chest slightly, engaging the front body, again pressing the hips down. Think about really pulling those shoulders down away from the ears. Tucking the chin, find length through the back of the neck. Taking 2 more breath cycles here. As you exhale for the second time, lower the body. Tuck the toes, hands underneath the shoulders, push back into a child's pose. As you inhale, lift up into a tabletop. Good, just continuing to mobilize. We're going to bring the right leg up behind us, keeping the knee bent, drawing the ribcage in so we're not here, we're here. And gradually yawning that hip open, trying to stack right hip on top of left. Keeping the right hip where it is, you can start to make circles with the knee, bringing it down towards the left. And rolling the leg up and around. One more time in that direction. Good, and then going the other way. Bringing the leg up, rolling it in and down. Opening the hip, rolling it up. Closing the hip, bring the knee back down. Good, swapping sides, left leg goes up. Same again, draw the ribcage in, and when you're ready, open the hip up. Leave the hips open, draw the knee. Opening out. Good, and then swap sides, bringing the knee down. As you do so, square the hips. Yawn the hip open. Bring the knee down, square the hip back down. Tucking the toes underneath, push back when you feel ready, finding your way to your first downward facing dog. Perhaps pedaling one heel down, perhaps pedaling the other, finding any movement that feels good for you. And then coming to find stillness, grounding through all 10 fingers, pulling the energy in from the tips of the fingers into the palms, wrapping the shoulders out away from the ears, drawing the ribcage in underneath. Taking a full, deep, slow breath in. Taking a long exhale out. One more of those. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly start to walk the feet forward towards the hands. Good. Inhale to lift halfway. Hips go back. Exhale, bend the knees, soften the body, hang the head. Inhale, lift halfway, hips go back. Exhale, bend the knees, soften and fold. Inhale, lift halfway, find length. Exhale, bend the knees, soften to fold. Planting the hands down, let's send the left foot to the very back of the mat. Drop the back knee and tuck the toes. Making sure the ankle are okay. When you're ready, inhale, draw the arms up. Sinking down into that first lunge. Take a deep breath, reach the fingertips high. As you exhale, plant the hands down, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, set the front foot to the back of the mat. Dropping the knees, lowering through chaturanga. Top of the feet, roll shoulders back, squeeze the elbows in, lift the chest. Exhale, come down. Tuck the toes. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Inhaling, let's reach the left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, let's step the left foot down between the hands. Dropping the back knee. And tuck the back toe. Sink the hips forward, inhale, reach the arms up. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the back toe. Lift the back knee. Step the back foot to the front of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway and invite length. Exhale, bend the knees to fall. Inhaling, sweeping, reaching the arms, come all the way up to standing. And then exhale, we're going to fold back down, do the same thing on the other side, right leg leads, fold the body. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot behind you. Dropping the knee and tucking the toes. Good, inhale, reach the arms up. Take a deep breath in, reach the fingertips high. Exhale, bring the hands down. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee, step the front foot to the back of the mat. You can choose dropping the knees or keeping them up, moving through chaturanga. Inhale to a low cobra, no upward dogs. Hug the elbows in. Exhale, come down. Tuck the toes. Inhale. And then push back, find downward facing dog. When you're ready, sweep the right leg high. As you exhale, step the foot down between the hands. Drop the back knee. And tuck the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bring the fingertips a little bit higher. And then releasing the hands down. Tucking the back toe. Lifting up the knee. Stepping the back foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway and find length. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Inhale, sweep, roll yourself, come all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands down by your side. Lowering the gaze or closing down the eyes. Squeezing the elbows behind you, fingers spread apart, and really actively pull down. Settling back into the breath cycle that your practice began with. Starting to become aware of the feet, starting to notice which edge you're predominantly stood on. Perhaps seeing if you can move around on the feet so that you're evenly spread between inner arch, outer arch, the arch underneath the ball of the feet, making sure the weight is even. Paying attention to the weight that drives down through each leg, and again, perhaps notice if one leg feels like it's got more weight loaded through it. And see if you can gently move on the feet. Find more of a sense of balance. Take a moment to tune into the hips, perhaps again noticing if they're slightly twisted. And see if you can find what you feel to be normal for you. Noticing the core and whether you've got quite a big anterior pelvic tilt, in which case maybe perhaps just tuck the pelvis underneath slightly, feeling the front body brace. And then as you inhale, I'd like you to really pull the shoulders up by the ears. Squeeze them back behind you and drop them down. Noticing if one shoulder feels as though it's lower than the other. And again, with the eyes closed, see if you can use some movements to find balance. Lifting through the crown of the head, pulling the chin back to really encourage length through the back of the neck. Gently blinking the eyes open, we're going to move into tree pose using that focus through the body. Finding your variation, it's early, so this might be it this morning. It's fine. You might be drawing the foot up. Don't use your hands. Wherever you're working with, work with it with strength, not because your hand puts it there. Doug. Good. Gently draw the knee out, making sure we've got that activation through the standing leg. The feet are hugging, really pulling energy up, and with that comes an engagement through the quads, the hips. Drawing thumbs to rest on the sternum, lifting the gaze up. Trying to keep the breath low and slow. Maybe challenging yourself this morning and closing down the eyes, picturing yourself on your mat, not moving. Really paying attention to the feet if you've got the eyes closed. And then gently release the foot down. And swapping sides, finding tree pose on the other side. Again, your expression side to side might be different. It's absolutely okay. Making sure the toes really hug the mat and pull in. So we're lifting all three arches. Keep that lift through the quads, through the abdominals. And I always find it helps to find some activation. So with the foot resting on the leg, make sure it's pressing into the leg and imagine the leg pressing back into the foot. Press the hands together so we're waking up the back. And again, lifting the gaze. Perhaps closing down the eyes. Noticing how the attention shifts up through the feet. Taking one more breath cycle. Release the foot down. As you inhale, reaching the arms up high. Exhaling, softening the knees, bringing the hands into interlace behind the head. Tuck the chin down, squeeze the elbows in. And then very slowly, keeping the knees bent, I'd like you to roll down, bringing elbows as close to you as you can. Stopping at any point where you feel strain or tension through the spine. Breathing into it. Once you come all the way down, relax the hands, let the body hang. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhaling, planting the hands, stepping both feet back. Dropping the knees or taking a full chaturanga. Top of the feet, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the elbows. Exhale, come down. Tuck the toes. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, press back, find elbow dog. Taking 3 decent, long, full breaths in. Long exhales out. In your own time, gently start to walk the feet forward towards the hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, soften the knees, bring the hands down in front of you. Shift the weight onto the tiptoes, bring the hips down to the heels. Good, walk the hands closer, see if you can lift the chest. Perhaps bring one arm in front, perhaps bring the other. Inhale to lift. Exhale, drop the heels. Sink down again. Sinking or splatting. Nice. Guys, I'm impressed. Extend both legs out in front of you. Good, we're just going to mobilize through the ankles to the feet. So I'd like you to bring your hands underneath the right knee for a moment. Draw the knee in towards you. And we're just going to point and flex the toe. One more time, and start to make circles, moving in a direction that feels preferable for you to begin with. Slowly. And then go the other way. Just can't see your foot, and then I can't see your calf muscle moving at speed. Good. Mark, you're welcome to take this or you're welcome to skip it. I'd like you to bend the left knee. Bring the hands behind you. Bring your right ankle over onto your left thigh. So we're going to find a figure 4, quite a loose one this morning. Good. If you're in a figure 4, turning the hands away from you, thinking about lifting the chest up into that shape. Mark, if you don't want to take the figure 4, can you take this variation and just bring the foot down and fall forward instead? Take a deep breath in. Good. We're going to move the hips over to the right in the figure 4. I'd like you to drop your right foot down to the left side along with the left knee. Good. Walk the hands closer to the knee. And then bring your left hand, if you can, to your right side. My arms are short, so it doesn't reach the floor. Yours might reach the floor, in which case, yeah, feel free to take out your wrist. Relax the glute. Tendency will always be to tense. Good. Very gently unravel the arms. Bring the hands behind you. Bring the legs back in front. Turn the right leg down. And gently swap sides. So bringing the hands behind the left thigh. Pointing and flexing the toes. And then making circles. 3, slow in one direction. And 3, slowly the other way. Crossing ankle over. Bring the hands behind to face the body. To begin with, just finding a gentle variation of this. Making sure both feet are flexed if we can. And then turn the hands to point away from the body. Use them to help lift the chest up. One more breath cycle. Move the hips over to the left side a little bit. Drop the left foot down and the right knee. Good. This time bringing the left arm up and across. Inhale, find your way back to center. Roll yourself back, bring the knees in towards the chest. Planting both feet down. We're just going to neutralize the spine with one small, low bridge. Draw the ribcage in, press the hands through the mat. Scoop the pelvis under, just lift up for a moment. Take one more full breath cycle. Take a full deep breath in. And as you exhale, let the body come all the way down. Straightening the legs to the bottom of the mat, walking the feet wide. Bring the hands alongside the body, turning the palms up. Closing down the eyes. And just letting your mat take your weight for a few moments. Noticing any tension in the front body and gently soften. Let the spine come down towards the ground. Slowly start to move the fingers and move the toes. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Stretching yourself out from end to end. And then gently rolling onto your left or your right side, curling yourself up into a ball. Starting to straighten the top leg, press down with the top hand and come up from sideways position back to seated. Bringing the hands back to where your practice began, perhaps resting on the knees or the thighs. And taking a really deep breath in as you inhale, fill the belly. Open the chest, lift the collarbones, open the mouth, let it all back out. Inhale, lift up. All the way up, lift the collarbones higher, lift up through the crown of the head, open the mouth, let it all back out. Inhale, all the way to the top. Hold. Taking a tiny bit more air, open the mouth, sigh it out. Sit with your breath for a moment and just lift the corners of the mouth and notice how it can make you feel. And when you're ready, extending the arms out in front of you, rub them together to generate some heat. Bringing the fingers over the eyes. Blinking the eyes open behind the hands. Spread the fingers, let light back on slowly. Release the hands down when you feel ready. Namaste. Happy Monday, guys. Sorry, Joe.